Good afternoon and welcome to the Operation 4 sort of breakdown and quick thoughts. I'm going to be honest, way back in September when the game first released, I produced that quote famous rant. You might see a clip playing right now. Whoever the fuck is watching this video, do not buy this game. Please, if there is anything I can glean from this video, please, if you are thinking of buying Gears 5, do not buy it. Never buy it, never touch it. I don't care if they fix it, I don't care if it gets fixed, I don't care if they put out a title update. Don't touch this game. A company, now I'm not too proud of that, but at the time I was very, very frustrated, and I feel rightly so. Coming from Gears 1, 2 and 3, taking a break and then coming back to Gears 5, I felt like I'd entered into a completely different franchise. I felt like I'd entered into a mobile game. I'd entered into a completely different combat style, visual style. Everything about the game had changed, and I was just, I guess, overwhelmingly, I would say, emotional, because obviously I play the game a lot. It's very passionate. I really do like the franchise, and to see it going where I thought it was going, I came out of my sort of darkness where I'd been, and I climbed out, and I was like, I want to make another Gears video. It's been quite a few years, but I want to make another Gears video, and I made that video, and I made a couple more that got 50,000 plus views, which for a channel with no subs was a pretty big thing. And I can safely say today that Gears 5 is a product worth purchasing, and Gears 5 is a product worth playing. And that's not TC shilling. There's been nothing traded hands. There's been nothing given to me. I'm still the same old YouTuber, but I've got to be honest that, yes, it's not the perfect game. No game is. There is still very irritating server / screen difference / minute differences in, overall play that for me make playing online a little bit frustrating. But that's a small percentage, and the reason I'm introducing the video like this is yesterday I watched a new streamer, and actually I lurked in quite a few streams, and I watched people play Gears 5, and one thing you've got to remember when you're reviewing stuff and critiquing stuff is you've got to ground yourself, and I play the game very differently. I don't think I'm a great player, but if I'm going to be honest, I am the top 1% of the game. I was ranked number 1 in King of the Hill for many parts of the season, ranked number 1 and number 2 in 2v2 Nashers. I've masters in every single game mode, and whether I like it or not, I do play the game very differently to most, and me getting very, very frustrated at those small percentages in multiplayer, in the grand scheme of things, don't make the product bad. And that's originally one of the reasons I hated the product so much was the game balance, but also what they did. There was massive flashbangs, there was these skinny robots, there was an omen that entirely filled your screen, the flashes filled your screen, you were stunned for ages, you could lunge when you meleeed, you could fly at people, the gib range was even bigger, the hitboxes, the magnetism was bigger, the adhesion was even bigger, the lancers were more powerful, and yes, there are still some problems with multiplayer, but overall, you're going to have a pretty fun experience. Now, if you're the absolute top 1% and you're an OG Gears player and you're a top player, yeah, you might have some grievances, but everybody has grievances in multiplayer, and obviously I'd like them to be fixed, but I can separate that, because when I see regular people playing with squads, having fun, enjoying the new content unlock systems, which we'll talk about, and enjoying Horde and PvE, and then just grouping up and playing some ranked, and I was listening to them communicate now that they understand the ranking system, for me that was like alright, we kind of made it. Like 9 months of videos without your help tuning in, liking, commenting, sharing. I'm not saying I was the sole reason the game got fixed, absolutely not. This was a massive community effort, and I'm really proud of the way everybody pulled together in a community fashion to talk about their issues with the game. Some got over the top, but a lot of people dished out their feedback respectfully, and that's one of the reasons why I changed, because that first video was just rage disrespectfulness to the devs, and I didn't want to do those videos. So after I put out that video of me absolutely slating the game, and rightly so, it did get slated, and rightly so. I wanted to make my content more feedback based and more productive, and I feel like I've done that. We're now in Operation 4. The irritating flashbangs have gone, the Lancer adhesion's gone, magnetism is almost gone. The aim assist is so much better. There's no melee lunge. You can't sprint melee lunge as well. There's no irritating flashbangs. The Omen has now got simplified and it looks a lot better. There's tons of stuff that's better, and I have to admit, we move on to PvE. I've spoke religiously about PvE that I've changed my mind. I've gone from laughing at it to genuinely enjoying the PvE experience. And the escape, I'm not going to say escape is the greatest mode ever, it's the most balanced, but when I play it, I'll play escape and I'll play a specific hive for 2+ hours, and I hop online for 2+ hours, and of that 2+ hours it's an enjoyment. I do enjoy it. So each hive is basically a day's entertainment. Not everybody plays the game for 15 hours a day. Some people come in from the 9 to 5, they make the food, they sit down, and they think to themselves, I've got about an hour or two to play, and for that hour or two, a full game of Horde, some multiplayer, some escape. The game is fine. It wasn't at launch, it was broken, wrong servers, but right now the game is worth your time, I would say. When we talk about the Tour of Duty, initially when the Tour of Duty launched, this is the way to earn content. There was very, very irritating challenges. The only way to do the tour was through PvE. Most people didn't like PvE. The PvP players got screwed over. And genuinely, it was very an unfun experience to grind through the tour. Tour 2 sort of fixed that, and Tour 3 improved on that again. Tour 4, we're now at the point where you have 2 generic challenges. You also have a specific versus challenge, and you have a specific PvE challenge. So regardless of what mode you're playing, you can re-roll or choose to earn the stars in the way you want to earn. You can level up the entire tour through PvP or PvE or a mixture of both, and you control it. In Tour of Duty 3, there was a lot of filler content, and most of the content was locked behind the store. What we now have is these coins. These coins can be earned through playing the game, through completing the tour, and doing certain medals. So you finish the medal, no longer are you going to get a pointless blood spray, a pointless emote. You get coins, and that allows you to choose what you want to do. So once you've earned the coins and you've got the coins locked in, you can head over to the store. The store's been completely revamped. It's no longer a fear of missing out. Everything that's in the store is in there, and in there permanently. So you don't have to panic and think, you know what, I want to farm some coins for this salt blood spray, but it's going to disappear in a week, so I need to spend some money. All of that is gone. You can leave it there, you can sit it there, and you can earn your coins and unlock the content you want. So if you're playing the tour and you're a big PvE player, and you think, well, I did all of the escape challenges, and last Tour of Duty you got a blood spray you really didn't enjoy, well, those challenges were a bit pointless for you. Now, because you're getting coins, you can take your coins into the store, and you can purchase an actual piece of content that you want. You can hand pick it. All of the skins are here. My totems, the way you unlock characters, the totem systems have gone. You can just unlock them now. There's no irritating totem system, no challenge system tied to it, and if you unlock the skin, you also get the character as well. So you can go back and you can purchase these. For example, this new skin here, looking fantastic. We've got Khan. It's 2,000 coins for a full 3D skin, entirely, animated. It's not a cape, like clip-on cape like in Path of Exile for money. This is earned with coins, and you get 80,000 plus coins from completing the Tour of Duty. 80,000 plus coins. I got 20,000 for signing in because I'd done the totems and I got it converted. Your scrap has been converted as well. People will have hundreds of thousands of coins, and you can then go and buy 50 full character skins if you wanted. You can go buy you can still buy your boost if you want to rank through the tour quicker, but it's really not necessary. These characters here I can get every single one of these. I unlocked the Locust Grenadier because I like classic Marcus and I like Locust Grenadier. I've been an OG Gears player, and I can just go and unlock them now with coins that I've earned through playing and get them in the store. This is such a better system. It's not locked behind it's not locked behind a loot box system like Gears 4. It's not locked behind a paywall like previous operations. You can go and pick a skin that you want to use and actually use it, and that's just a huge change, and we've got to give big credit. Yes, the game should have launched like this. Yes, I was right to get frustrated and other people were, and there are obviously going to still be problems with a store and the content, but you know, it's so much better to think I want to buy an entire full set of UK skins and it cost 4,000 coins or 500 iron, and just use my coins that I earn from the game. The way you can earn extra coins, so as well as like having 100,000 of coins through the Tour of Duty, once you finish the Tour of Duty, I believe you become a quote legend, and you can redo the Tour of Duty to earn more coins, so you can carry on grinding. So it's not just once you finish the tour you're done, you can carry on grinding to earn more stars. So there's a reason to keep playing, and also it's good because if they did that in the old system, you might earn XP or you might earn a load of scrap, but it was useless. But now, because you're earning coins and the coins are usable in the store, you can actually sit down and think, I might play an extra hour or two tonight and do a bit more grinding or play a little bit more, because there is some stuff, sorry, that I want to unlock. You know, if you think to yourself, oh, I really want to unlock this specific execution, you can do. So it's just much better, and I've got to be honest. Now, the ranking system was another major problem. Is the ranking system perfect? No. I still think stacks are too dominant, and and potentially the kills are too limited. I had a game where I got 100 kills and I almost came bottom of my team. The way they do this, I actually don't want to search matchmaking. I just wanted to show you. The way they do this now is, instead of having this random arbitrary ranking system that nobody understands, is very random and just seemingly doesn't work, what you can do is you can check out how it works. Now, each ranking system is a little bit different, and each mode has a slightly different point. So in Gridiron, you can get 80 gears points for getting eliminations, 5 gears points for getting revives, some other gears points for touchdowns, and gears points are the thing that you earn to rank up. And when you earn gears points, it goes onto your total, and then you move through the system, and each time you rank up, you get more coins. So you get 150, 500, 750, 1000, 1250, 1500, so there's even more coins. And you get this at the end of the season, each time you rank up. So each time you rank up, you get the 1500, and then if you stay in there, you've been in there, you get the coins at the end of the season plus some XP. And then again, you can use those coins to purchase stuff that's actually useful in the shop. Now, the way it works is you can only play one rank higher or one rank lower. So the matchmaking, once everybody's been placed, should be a lot better. Again, there are some small nitpicky things where I feel like getting 40 eliminations and then earning no more gears points after it is a bit tight, because when I earn 100 kills and squad wipe and then I can't quite get to the hill in time to capture and I don't earn any gears points for it, that does feel bad. But we are literally the start of a new ranking system. We are in pre-season and they are testing it. So all of these things, if we give good feedback and we give it in a correct way, will be listened to. And that's my biggest thing now. I feel like we are actually being listened to. That's a big thing. You know, sometimes you feel like you're shouting into a void and no one's listening to you. I still would love it if the devs could respond to my netcode video. I think it's at like 7,000 views. It had like Reddit, Discord, it had loads of threads, it had Twitter posts. I do still think the screen difference between player versus player and the gib range is still a problem, but I think the netcode's a bigger issue and the gib and balance is a smaller issue, but overall the product is a working product now. And it is a shame that it's taken this long and probably all of the player base has left. But if you've ever liked the idea of a third-person shooter, the gritty nature of the characters, the up-close action, and you wanted to play Gears, I can say that it's a good product now. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. But the difference from now and launch is pretty staggering. So yeah, I just wanted to say that I think that the tour is a lot better. I only have 2 gripes, and I wanted to keep this video really positive because I think it deserves some positivity. My only 2 gripes, or I should say my only really gripe is because they've done this fantastic system where you can now unlock everything in the store, it means that some of the stuff I previously grinded for, like DB Industry Baird, which was exclusive, it was a rare exclusive skin that I played the 3 months and grinded for to unlock, that can now be purchased so easily through coins, and that's fantastic, you know. But it does make people feel slightly invalidated. Their grind feels slightly invalidated because the stuff we work so hard for has now just become given away. Now, I understand there are people saying, well, you shouldn't keep a bad system just to keep something legacy. I understand that. I'm just saying that, you know, for somebody like myself that purchased the Krill Lancer shotgun and snub, it was 500 iron each. It cost me 1,500. No, it cost me 1,200 iron. It was 400 each, I believe. It cost me like 1,200 iron, and now I could have bought the entire set for 850 iron. Also, I already own some of the skins in it, and I don't believe the price has changed. And I do, you know, it does feel bad again to sort of grind for certain things and have them not taken away, but one of the reasons I did grind for sort of certain skins was due to their legacy sort of nature. Like this Protector wasn't the greatest skin, but it was something that I could bring into multiplayer, and people would go, oh, he grinded Tour of Duty 3 for that, and he did well. For future tours, now that we've got kind of, I would say, less exclusives, how do I word it? Because we've got less exclusives in the tour, that has been, and I've spoke to a few people, seen as a negative. What I mean is, you know, are you going to particularly grind for, let's say, Desert Armor Marcus if you have a ton of Gears coins already saved up, and next tour you can just buy them in the store anyway? I think the tour was a great way to earn content, like the dev said, as a I was there moment. And taking away somebody's sort of quote legacy skin isn't a great idea. Now, I'm not saying it's not. Overall, it's a brilliant change, absolutely brilliant change. I'm just trying to voice everyone's opinion and try to give a fair and balanced view. Some people will have spent many hours grinding Horde and will now think to themselves, man, I can just buy it with coins. What was the point? I told Logic, my friend, about it, and he kind of went, oh, well, what was the point of us grinding all of those tours? Well, sadly, there kind of wasn't. Now, the generals of the Tour of Duty, which we can show here, these are still legacy. So if you earn your General Cantus, if you earn your General Cantus, you can't purchase that in the store. But everything else you kind of can do. So it just depends how you feel about it. They've also obviously made the Terminator bulkier with lights on, and, you know, they're no longer a problem to see, which is so much better. So there's been so many things addressed and improved, and Operation 4 is looking in a great spot. And I wanted to make this video just to say that, because I think I've quote bashed Gears enough. I've critiqued it a lot, and I think it's only fair to give positive feedback when it deserves it, and it does deserve it. It has improved a lot. Again, the only gripe I have is being a Path of Exile player that knows about legacy items and old items, and I earned that when it was there kind of thing. There are only 2 complaints I've heard from the community. The number one is I grinded a lot for my old stuff, and now I can just purchase it. Maybe there could be, I'm not going to say compensation because that word always sounds weird in a video game, but maybe there could be some sort of token gesture to those players that grinded the tour. because yeah, some of those old tours absolutely sucked, and I personally couldn't unlock some Tour of Duty 1 stuff because I hated PvE, and I couldn't unlock some of the stuff because I hated PvE and I refused to play it, and now I can do. So I also understand your viewpoint of it's so much better, and I'm so glad. And I watched a new streamer say, you know, she was so happy that she wanted to get a Marcus skin. She wasn't able to unlock it last time, and now she can, and I understand that's great. You know, if you want to get the bolter, which I missed out on the store, I will happily get that now. So I get it. It's a great system. I'm just trying to express. Some people might be frustrated that their grind was kind of wasted. That won't be an issue in future tours or this tour, but it might be nice to get some token gesture to the people that did grind last league's tour. Maybe you get some bonus coins for completing. For each operation you completed, you get some bonus coins or something along the lines, just to say, you know, we understand that you grinded for this because you thought it was legacy and now it's not. And also, so apart from that minor complaint, the only other sort of issue is that there isn't really any exclusive stuff to grind for in the tour, that it is all mainly coins. So people doing the Tour of Duty aren't necessarily going to come out with a load of cool things that people go, oh, this guy grinded the Tour of Duty. So I understand it. Yeah, it's so much better. In a way, let me word it. In a way, the Tour of Duty is a lot worse. There's a lot less unique content in there. There's a lot less stuff that you can flex and go, I actually grinded for that and I unlocked it. But overall, the way you unlock content is a lot healthier. If anything, the way I see it is, they're kind of stuck with this Tour of Duty system now, and they're just making the best of a bad implementation, and they're giving you coins now to get the things you want. Personally, I think Operation 4 is looking fantastic. Again, that's all I'd say. Everything's looking really, really good. If I was to tweak anything, maybe a tiny bit of rewarding the players that did grind the old legacy stuff that now is not legacy, and maybe putting a few little more things in here that is actually, you know, 100 iron really at the end of the tour is quite a poor reward, because we're going to have so many coins, we're going to have so many things to unlock, which is great. It's great that in a way this iron now kind of looks bad, and this would be a nice way to have like a kind of legacy skin. Again, maybe I'm just a bit salty because I grinded Operation 2 and 3 and all of a sudden everybody gets it for basically free. It's fantastic, don't get me wrong, it's absolutely fantastic that you can go back and get your skin, but I have got to be fair and voice my opinion, you know, that somebody that sat and grinded Desert Armor JD and Horde in Operation 1 for like 100 hours, you can now get it with, boom, like 2 seconds of gameplay. It does invalidate their work, and hopefully those people get rewarded. Hopefully that's been a balanced assessment of Operation 4. I think the game is in a much, much better state than it previously was. It's much, much better. And as always, you know, they've also tweaked some little things, like there's not as many matchmaking options. If you want to do a specific difficulty, you host a custom game. Get your friends in or get some other people in, but they're just taking away so much matchmaking options, which often is seen as a negative, but in this regard it's a positive, because having hundreds and hundreds of playlists means nobody ever finds a full lobby. By condensing the playlist down to specific things in ranked, specific things in quick play, we also have a beta tuning playlist where you can test the overall game and new features. Like today they're testing out the cover slide speed being reduced, you know, and obviously also your arcade and your cult versus AI is still there. But yeah, I think Operation 4 is looking great. There's not really too much to analyze as to what you unlock from the tour, because everything is purchasable in the store. You know, you can look at stuff like this. I think they look awesome. Hammer of Dawn's my favorite weapon. Rooftops is my favorite map just because of its pure uniqueness. I know everyone will hate me for that, but you know, you've got these Hammer of Dawn style skins to unlock in the tour, which I think look very cool. personally. You can see the Hammer of Dawn there beaming away, and the city's getting destroyed. You've got the radar Lanzor, which I think looks pretty clean. And yeah, there's tons and tons of it's just a lot healthier of a game right now. It works. Yes, there are still problems, but it is such an improvement, and I do recommend that if you have stepped away from the game, give it another try. The gameplay might still annoy you, I don't know, but the actual base game and the product of Gears 5 is much, much improved and definitely worth a peek of your time. So thanks for tuning in. As always, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support me directly, there's like PayPal or Streamlabs, so you can appear on stream and on screen. There is a goal as well. Like each month I have a monthly content goal. That's just so I can keep running the channel, because obviously I'm a small channel, and without your support it doesn't really function. So anybody that feels like supporting and has sort of supported the journey from the beta rage all the way to this, appreciate you if you're thinking of supporting. You can Twitch Prime, you can Twitch sub, we've got a Discord if you want to chat in Discord, we've got a Twitter. There's tons of ways to interact. All the links are in the description. Thanks very much. Peace.